Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Guitar Man for CODZ115, and we have some more Exo Zombies information. Actually, tons of Exo Zombies information. I'm just going to play the entire thing, and I will come back with a breakdown video in a little bit. But as for this video, it's just going to be the after the COD Championships, which were pretty awesome. They went into a little sneak peek of the Ascendance DLC and talking about the multiplayer maps, talking a lot about the Exo Zombies. Didn't reveal everything with Exo Zombies, but they did reveal a lot of really cool features and a lot of really cool things they're doing with Exo Zombies and where it might go, how it might play out, and really fun to watch. Check it out, and I'm Guitar Man, and I'll see you later.
What an absolutely incredible weekend here at the 2015 Call of Duty World Championship presented by Xbox. We have seen so much incredible Call of Duty competitive action, but you know what? Thank you for sticking around because there is more to come. I am here on the Xbox stage to give you a very exclusive sneak peek at the new Ascendance DLC that is coming first to Xbox this Tuesday, so not long to wait at all. And if you have seen enough competitive Call of Duty action this weekend to get your juices flowing for some multiplayer, hey, you're in for a treat. And we're going to talk through it with Greg from Sledgehammer. How are you, Greg?
Doing well, doing
Good.
well.
And we've got Teej from High Moon as well, because we're going to talk about Exo Zombies.
Can't wait.
All right. So first of all, Greg, we can't do this right after seeing what we've seen without talking about Denial. Congratulations to Denial, the new Call of Duty World Champs. What did you think of that final matchup?
Amazing games. Both teams were played excellent, but Denial came away with the victory. Clayster, the MVP, just amazing. I can't congratulate them enough.
Absolutely. But let's talk about Ascendance. That's what we're here for. It is the second DLC pack for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Talk to me first of all about how your team approaches a new DLC pack.
Yeah, so with this, with the Ascendance DLC pack, we really wanted to change up the boosts. Like we had players get used to it over time throughout the normal maps, and we really wanted to challenge players with something like, what else can we do? What can we bring, and what can we really, bring into the maps that's going to change up how players are using this? So we really focused on a lot of verticality, a lot of jumps, a lot of dodging throughout the maps.
What is it you look at? Do you look at data and telemetry? Do you talk to players? Do you just get a feel or a sense of how people are playing the maps?
Oh yeah, we're all over Twitter, all over Reddit, anywhere we can get feedback from the fans. We're always looking at it, always finding ways to improve the game. We're constantly doing title updates and just bringing whatever we can to make the game that much better.
Excellent. So let's talk about the maps themselves. In Ascendance, there's 4 new maps. Let's start with Perplex.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Perplex is an awesome new map. It's a modular apartment complex in Sydney, Australia. This thing goes up about 5 stories tall. You can jump up to the top of it, boost slam down the sides, getting kills all over the place. It's really going to challenge your boost abilities. In uplink specifically, there's some goals out on each end that you have to use boost jump to actually get to and score those points. It's really, really fun.
I think it's great that Mindfreak, the Australian team, have done so well this weekend, and you managed to get an Australian map into the DLC so quickly. That's a fast turnaround.
We had our ideas going there, thinking about it.
Fantastic. We did actually see an exhibition match earlier playing Perplex. Was it nice to see it on the big stage and see people get to grips with it?
Yeah, it was great. Coming around those corners, seeing that nice vista of the Sydney Opera House, it really stood out. We had some nice boost slams going down in there. It was a fun time.
And the verticality of this map really, really did stand out. If you've got good exo movement abilities, if you're good at doing that, that's going to pay off in this map, right?
Certainly. It's certainly going to challenge you. It's going to take your exo movement to the next level, and those matches are just, they're a different change of pace from everything else that we've shipped on disc, and just to get out there and really experience that is something to behold.
All right, good stuff. So that's Perplex. Let's turn to Climate. Tell us a little bit more about Climate. Sounds hot.
It's very hot.
You're welcome.
So Climate's out in Iraq, and it's basically this man-made world that's kind of like a donut. We have this island in the center, water surrounding it, this kind of moat area that you can really utilize your boost mechanics, again, your exo mechanics to get over that water, to really use it to your advantage. You can also go prone in the water, get out of the way, sneak around, and then there's this dynamic event that happens during the map where the water purifier goes haywire, and all the water turns to acid water, essentially, taking you out if you get into it. So now you have to use your Exo movement to get across it and to really get those advantages within the map to win.
I loved seeing that earlier, the environmental change there. The way it forced players to kind of leapfrog.
Oh yeah,
from platform
completely
to
changes
platform.
the game in the middle of the match. You're going to see players having to jump across now. It changes the flow, and if you can use it to your advantage, you're going to be that much better in the map. You're going to have that much more chance of winning.
So tons and tons of mid-air engagements. What particular game types do you think Climate is particularly good for?
Oh, Hardpoint's great on it. It's going to move you around the map. Same with uplink as well. Those uplink goals are really interesting. Pulling out the uplink satellite and moving it across the map, especially after that dynamic events occurred. There's so much going on in these maps that utilize that Exo movement. It's going to bring you to the next world there.
Great stuff. So moving on, Site 244. Now I've had a little sneak peek of this and I absolutely love it because it feels really different. Tell us more.
Oh, it's certainly different. It's a spaceship that's out there and it's crashed under Mount Rushmore. So we got a little bit of everything going on in this map, and there's actually alien spores throughout the map. The cool part about this is it's going to be closer to your standard 3-lane map. Once you can get into the middle hull of the ship is where a lot of that combat's going to occur. But once you get the map streak, you call it down in your orbital care package, you go pick it up, and you're going to break open one of these spores, and it's just going to cover your screen. You're going to turn into a super soldier, essentially. You're going to get all the perks. There it is right there. You're going to get all the perks. You're going to get unlimited ammo. You're going to run around the map. You're going to be green, and it's going to change how you play that map for sure.
What's the creative inspiration here? This feels like it's quite out there.
It's a little out there. It's the design team having fun with it, trying to figure out how we can bring something new and fresh to the maps. It's all team there.
All right, good stuff. Right, the last map in Ascendance is Chop Shop. So it's a night map, takes place in a sprawl of a futuristic city, and my note here says that we've got an awesome map-based score streak.
Yeah,
so tell us about Chop.
So there's a great map-based score streak in here where if you pull it out, it's gonna basically hold down an area for you, EMP that area. It's all about the center of this map. It's a symmetrical map. You're going to want to take the center as quickly as you can, get in there and hold it down. Game CTF is going to really be imperative to run those cutoffs in there. It's just a great map to play. Yeah.
All right, and we've got a new weapon in Ascendance as well. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's the OHM, or the OHM, however you want to say it out there. With the werewolf variant going on, this is a LMG directed energy weapon that's mixed with a shotgun, so you can transform it. It's got a fully automatic shotgun going on there, so there's lots of stuff you can do with it. Very diverse. You don't have to use overkill to really get your shotgun LMG combo, so it's going to help you out quite a bit.
And season pass owners on Xbox have already been playing with it
for
the past month,
yeah.
right? What have you seen from players? What kind of feedback?
Oh man, it's been great. The audio on that gun, the sounds you're going to hear are just amazing. The community loves it. You get in there, you're seeing these bright blue bursts fly throughout the air. You know it's coming for you.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Those are the 4 new maps in the Ascendance DLC. Tej, you've been very patient, mate. I want to talk to you about Exo Zombies now. So we know Exo Zombies is an episodic story spanning all 4 Advanced Warfare DLC packs. Where does Infection pick up the story from?
Where we're doing is we're just going to pick up with the same 4 characters and kind of move them through the story. Where we ended in the last one is, by all rights, they should be dead. Atlas comes in, saves them. We're not really sure why. And then they wake up in this roadside American town, and then there's a whole mystery as to why are they even here. They don't have their exosuits anymore, and they're starting from scratch.
I noticed in the trailer we saw earlier that Burger Town features. I was delighted to see Burger Town back.
Very early when we started, one of the ideas was let's take an iconic location from the history of Call of Duty and let's give that a zombies twist. Let's turn that into something that's a little different spin on what people were expecting. And so we were thrilled to kind of grab Burger Town and take it.
I always wondered if Burger Town was bad for your health, but I think we can see there that it's definitely bad for your health in this situation. Anyway, so Exo Zombies introduced players to like a whole new type of zombies in a Call of Duty game. what was the inspiration? You know, how did you kind of take zombies to the next level with this?
Well, we wanted to, we had kind of two guiding principles that we really drove towards. One was, let's embrace the exo jump. Like, let's really find ways to really engage the player in unique ways to navigate through a zombie space that they haven't had a chance to do before. When I got this opportunity to watch some really great zombie players, it's interesting. The skills that make a really great zombie player are a little different than you would think. It's not about killing zombies, it's about not dying from zombies. And so really embracing the exosuit jump. And the other part is, can we provide some experiences, some co-op based experiences that are very familiar but different than what you're used to? So can we kind of push you out of some of the normal play patterns and give you some new ones and then push you right back to where you were before? So all of the kind of things that we added were either towards, or in best cases both, using that exo jump and kind of giving you some new co-op play patterns.
So one of the things I was most excited about when I saw this trailer early was there's some pretty cool looking new zombies in here. Let's talk about them.
Whenever you ask people what they want out of zombies, the first thing is always more AI. I want more AI types, more guys to fight. So we've added like a couple of the standard types that you're going to interact with, but we added new ones. We have an acid dripper guy that leaves acid pools around that you're going to have to jump over, a spiked guy that you do not want to melee because he'll do damage to you, and an armored guy, right? The basic set. But then what we really did that we're most pleased with is we added a Goliath, a hulking exo zombie. He comes in and he feels like a mini boss, like he feels like a big deal. And when you have to interact with him, he's scary. He's got some really good jump canceling components to him. But then on top of that, the other piece that's really interesting is he changes your co-op play pattern. What he's going to do is, you know, most gamers, the way they kind of handle it is they spread out. You've spread the zombie threat out. You all go in different directions. But that is not going to work with this guy. What you really need to do is focus fire. 4 of you need a dogpile on this guy to kind of take him down.
I love the tips in there. That's fantastic. And there's some new weapons to play with as well.
Yes, so we have a new weapon called the Magnetron, which is a kind of a microwave gun. And really exciting to me because it's a good weapon in its own right. It does damage over time. You get these big pustules and the guys pop in a really cool, satisfying way. But the real value for this weapon is it also slows the enemies down. And so it's actually a really great support weapon, another co-op play pattern. What it really allows you to do is, one of my buddies is trying to pick up another guy, and he's going to get swarmed, and so I can slow down the 4 zombies that are going to hit him. Or I could slow down that big Goliath so my team can do a ton of damage and just pile it on. So you really tend to use that weapon as how can I help my team out, which is a great kind of co-op experience.
I love that effect when you use that weapon.
Yeah, it looks so good. Yeah, it's great.
It's gross, but amazing. Grossome. I love that. And new allies as well. So the players are getting some help here.
Well, sort of. What we're doing is we're giving you an objective. So within this gameplay mode where you're very used to playing the patterns of the rounds and surviving for the rounds, we also have some survivors, some civilians that appear as well, that I guess you could call them allies, but they need your help. They're going to spawn in the map and you need to escort them to an evac location. And there's a great reward for doing it. You get a free weapon upgrade, which, as you know, in zombies is a huge deal. The penalty for not doing it or failing to do it is we're going to turn off all the power to all the things that you buy for a short period of time. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't seem that bad, but when you desperately need ammo, it's terrible. And it's just a really cool because it gives you this optional objective. You don't have to do it, but optional objective that, again, changes the co-op pattern. What we saw was people were naturally doing it a whole different style, which is 2 of us will go deal with civilian, 2 of us will pull zombies, or 3 deal with zombies, 1 deals with civilian. And so now I've got the regular play pattern, the Goliath-based focus fire, now a whole nother style of co-op. We were very happy with how civilians turned out.
All right, and can you give us a bit of a hint as to where Exo Zombies is going next?
Well, I can't, because that's the whole joy of zombies, right? Like, you don't want to give away too much, because when you get people and you watch them play, they love exploring and finding things out. I think that is the whole joy of zombies. I mean, we're going to see where these characters go. We're going to stick with, tell their story through the course of it. And I think we'll build on a lot of the mechanics or explore them in interesting ways as the DLC moves forward. It's just a really super joy to work on zombies. And oh, before I forget, so as a good example to that, the infection gameplay. So in the first one, what was introduced is host zombies, zombies that infect you and you have to get cured. We absolutely have those. But we evolved that forward, And kind of the way it works is at certain waves, as you start to get really good, they will infect entire zones. So now you're really used to playing in this area, you were really, really good at how to make your circles and kite zombies, and all of a sudden it gets fully infected with a toxic, and you need to completely readjust how you're doing. And so you can go in there, but then you get infected. So it's kind of a nice way to, story-wise, it's important to how we're moving forward the infection over the course of the season, but also gameplay-wise.
Sounds absolutely phenomenal. Tej, Greg, thank you so much for sticking around. I know it's been a very exciting day, and I appreciate you sticking around to talk to us this afternoon.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Ascendance is coming to Xbox first on Tuesday for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I hope you enjoy it. Sounds absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to get back home and get my hands on it. And I hope you've really enjoyed the Call of Duty Championship 2015 presented by Xbox. I have had an amazing few days, and I don't want it to end. But I guess I'll just need to come back next year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jeds, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone at home. See you soon.